I thought she would call Troy and personally verify my identity. She laughed recklessly saying, "You a vixen. Do you deserve to be Troy's mother and my mother-in-law? You are just a mistress who can only serve others for a lifetime and live in darkness. You are nobody but a good-looking slut. Troy will never like you. If you are Troy's mother, then the whole world would be turned upside down." Sienna sneered, her face showing madness. Taking out her cell phone, she constantly took pictures of me. What made me desperate was that there were many employees and customers in this beauty salon, but no one stopped them. Everyone was holding their cell phones and taking random pictures of me. Did you see it? This is the end for someone who becomes a mistress for others. The legitimate wife caught her in a beauty salon. The mistress deserves to die. Take off all her clothes, and let her be disgraced. She can never turn her life around. The guests added fuel to the fire. Everything around me was in chaos. I felt like my face was covered in blood. I was going to be beaten to death by them. In the chaos, I seemed to hear Sienna's best friend, who was uncertain about the situation, asking quietly, "Sienna, should we confirm it? What if she is—" Before she finished speaking, Sienna waved her hand to interrupt her. Looking at me lying in a pool of blood with disheveled hair, she said with a sneer, "Humph, my mother-in-law is still in Orco. She said she will only arrive today. I did tell Troy that I would attend their engagement banquet on that exact day. By the way, I would formally meet Sienna. I was very happy. I would surely attend Troy's wedding regardless of what happened. So I arrived early last night. I had a meal with Troy at a restaurant near the airport. Now I knew that Sienna was referring to the photo Troy posted on Facebook last night. I was the mistress that Sienna wanted to beat up. Amid the tearing and fighting, Sienna tore my long dress down to my waist. Her friend restrained my both friends. Sienna tore off my remaining underwear. There was a burst of commotion around. Well, you have the guts to be a mistress, but you don't dare to let others see your private part. Indeed, you have got something. I didn't expect you to maintain yourself so well. Everyone picked up their cell phones and took pictures of me fervently. I screamed miserably, struggling with all my strength, but her friends firmly pressed me to the ground. Take her hands away to reveal her chest. I want to post the photos online so that netizens across the country can see this slut's body. Sienna almost lost her mind. The sound of her laughter echoed through the beauty salon. I fell into a pool of blood.
Now you can watch the fourth part by pressing share and more.
I was brutally beaten by my son's fiance, simply because the night before my son's engagement, my son Troy Malone posted a set of photos of us having dinner together on Facebook, and the caption read, "You have been by my side all the way, thank you, the most important woman in my life." Unexpectedly, my son's fiance, Sienna Hunt, mistook me for Troy's mistress. On the day of the engagement banquet, Sienna led a group of her friends and blocked me at a beauty salon. You shameless woman, how dare you seduce Troy? I will make you unable to seduce a man for the rest of your life. Girls, sew her part down there up. If anything happens, I'll take the blame. Sienna violently beat me up at the beauty salon before taking me to the engagement banquet. Today, I will let you see who Troy likes. Sienna stepped on my face with one foot, humiliating me so much, and all the guests around burst into laughter. Just as Sienna was enjoying her triumph in beating me up, Troy finally arrived. I watched Troy on the edge of dying. The engagement banquet may end now. Troy was about to get engaged to his girlfriend, whom he had been dating for 2 years. Hearing this, I was overjoyed and thought that the Malone family would have a successor soon. Then I cancelled all my work in Orco and bought the earliest flight ticket. I rushed back to Lotnard overnight. Tonight, I reunited with Troy at a restaurant. Then he posted a photo of our reunion on Facebook. He added a caption, which read, "Thank you, the most important woman in my life." Since Troy's father passed away, all the business had been on my shoulders. I had no choice but to fly to Orco. It had been many years since I last saw Troy. Upon knowing the news that Troy was about to get engaged, I prepared myself seriously. I planned to face my in-laws in my most stunning look, so as not to embarrass Troy. That night, Troy and Sienna had a big fight. I asked Troy what had happened. After all, tomorrow was their engagement banquet. Troy angrily told me, "Sienna said she wants to beat up my mistress. She is so insensible. How could I, Troy Malone, have a mistress?" I rarely interfered or inquired about Troy's matters or his relationships. But I advised Troy, "Getting married is a matter between two people. You must be loyal before getting married. If I find out that you dare to bully Sienna in the future, I will teach you a lesson. I don't care if you indeed have another woman in secret. Since you chose Sienna, cut off all ties with other women." Troy was sweating profusely from my scolding. I didn't expect that the night before their engagement banquet, Troy and Sienna would have a big fight because of a mistress. I secretly made up my mind that I would personally explain the misunderstanding between Troy and Sienna at the engagement banquet tomorrow. I bought a villa worth $17 million as a meeting gift for Sienna as her mother-in-law. The day before the engagement banquet, I carefully dressed myself and went to a beauty salon to do light makeup. I intended to show up with my best look before attending the banquet tonight. Just when everything was ready, I was about to attend Troy's engagement banquet. I saw Sienna leading a group of girls rushing into the beauty salon angrily. I thought to myself, what a small world. I was about to get up and greet Sienna to meet her in advance. Looking at me fiercely, Sienna walked towards me with his girlfriends. Everyone on the scene, who was surprised, gazed at us. Sienna slapped me in the face, ruining my carefully applied makeup. The burning pain on my face made me feel dizzy on the spot. The situation was chaotic. Sienna grabbed my hair and cursed at me loudly. "You are such a butch. Do you think I can't find you hiding here without Troy being honest with me?" Her sudden slap and the overwhelming insults made me feel both painful and embarrassed. All the guests in the beauty salon were eagerly watching such a drama, where a legitimate wife beat up a mistress. She seems quite well-mannered with her words and actions. Unexpectedly, at this age, she would seduce other men and do such shameless things. Everything can indeed happen in this vast world. Everyone's whisper rang out in my ears. I endured the pain on my face and explained. "Sienna, you misunderstood. I am Troy's."
Now you can watch the second part by pressing share and more.
Sienna didn't give me a chance to speak. She grabbed my hair and pushed me down to the ground. Several of her friends swarmed up, punching and kicking me. The intense pain almost numbed my whole body. Sienna scolded me while beating me. "You slut, you seduced my husband, and you deny that you're not a mistress. If you're not his mistress, how do you know my name? It is funny, I didn't expect you to hide so well. Let me tell you, a lowly woman like you will never be able to rise high and gain glory. Don't ever think about snatching my husband from me in your whole life. When I marry into a wealthy family, I will sell you to a brothel, let you serve thousands of men, and be taken advantage of by tens of thousands." Amid such offensive insults, I kept explaining, "Sienna, I am not Troy's mistress. If you don't believe me, call Troy and ask him." Before Troy had shown me photos and videos of him and Sienna together. In the photos, Sienna appeared as a gentle, considerate, and well-educated girl. But now I realized that I was wrong. I didn't expect Sienna to be so sarcastic and mean. She wouldn't give me any chance to explain. She pulled my hair apart and crazily dragged me around. Suffering from excruciating pain, I screamed over and over again. "Well, Troy, you're calling him so intimately. A cheap whore is always a cheap whore. Now you're still verbally stubborn." Sienna looked gloomy, saying, "Humph, what a stubborn woman. You sluts who serve as mistresses for others will never admit that you are mistresses even in death. Later, I will take you to the engagement banquet and personally ask Troy whether you or I serve him better. With me around, you will never be able to marry into a wealthy family in your whole life. At best, you are just second-used goods that Troy will kick away after getting tired of you." Sienna's sharp curses kept stimulating my nerves. I dared not imagine what would happen if Troy married a woman like Sienna in the future. Before this, I was full of expectations. I even bought a post-marriage villa for them. Let's kill this slut. Take off her clothes. Today, I want to see if this trash has any shame. Sienna's best friend's eyes flickered with fierceness. They stared at me intently. 4 or 5 people were crazily pulling my hair and beating me on the ground. Cooperating with another woman, Sienna was tearing off the buttons on my long dress. For a moment, I was covered in blood, and my body was exposed. Everyone looked at me gloatingly as if it no longer mattered to them whether I was a mistress or not. The scene of me being humiliated and beaten became a great show in their eyes. They watched it with excitement. I desperately covered my chest. There were so many of them. I was simply no match for them. The intense pain almost made me faint. In a daze, I even saw Sienna taking out her cell phone and starting to take pictures of me. "You slut. Your reputation is to be ruined." Sienna's several close friends were about to tear off my remaining tattered clothes. I shouted out, "Sienna, I am Troy's mother." Sienna was stunned.
Now you can watch the third part by pressing share and more.